Aloha, beloveds. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Athena Rose, and I'm speaking to you from here on the big island of Hawaii. And I'm here in my little jungle cabin on the night of Thanksgiving, or what's traditionally celebrated as Thanksgiving in the U.S. This is a holiday that I do not recognize because I view it as being closely related to colonization, which has been extremely harmful and detrimental to many cultures around the world over time, and is basically based and rooted in greed and ownership and taking from others and not giving back, and just the continued raping of the earth and harming people and creating death and suffering and taking advantage. So I do not celebrate this holiday, partially because I don't agree with also with the tradition of eating a turkey dinner, and I do like that people gather together with the intention to express gratitude and to celebrate abundance and to have a feast of sorts and to celebrate the harvest and to be with family. So my family is far away in Oregon, and I wish them well. And I spent the day here by myself. My partner's at work. And I went down to what I call the mermaid ponds and spent 3 or 4 hours there being my mermaid self and really enjoying the ocean and the sunlight and the wind and, yeah, the salt in the air, the fresh air, the clean water. Yeah, got to lay on the lava rock and got to finish a drawing and start a new one. I finished this one and I started this one, and so I'm working on those right now, and I did some journaling. But what I'd like to speak to today is my upcoming optimal health class, which I'm titling The 7 Laws of Optimal Health. And this is going to be a free online Teams meeting. I'm going to be using Teams, this platform I'm familiar with. And so I'm going to be using that for my classes online. These are free classes to introduce you to the curriculum that I'm teaching and my philosophy around optimal health and healing and detoxification and connection with the body and listening to your intuition, your inner voice. And there are 7 laws, principles, whatever you want to call them, that I feel comprise optimal health, right? Allow you to be in your optimal state of health, whatever that is, whatever your genetics predisposed you to be, whatever issues you have going on right now. This is a class to teach you how to get those resources and those healing modalities in place to set up the perfect environment for your body to be in its own optimal health. So number 1 we'll go over is pure air. And I'll talk about what that is and how you can clean up your air, how you can oxygenate your blood through breathing certain ways. So we'll talk about breath. We'll talk about exercise. We'll talk about the importance of getting air and enough oxygen into your body. The second one is sunshine. So light, getting your eyes exposed to the light, getting your skin exposed to the sun. No matter where you are in the world, there's opportunities to do that, and I'll give you some ideas and some tips and some pointers how to get the maximum benefits from sunlight. Number 3 is temperance. Temperance essentially can be also coined as self-control, right? It's having self-control, it's having healthy habits, it's having balance, it's not being in a state of unbalance or addiction to things that over time will be detrimental to oneself. Basically, your body and the way that you look is a culmination of the habits that you've had throughout your lifetime, and also the toxins that you've been exposed to. So we're going to talk about temperance and how you can foster more of that in your life and how that can serve you on your journey towards optimal health. Number 4 is rest. I will talk about rest, sleep. You know, naps are good sometimes. There are many mothers out there that do not get adequate sleep. They are very sleep deprived because they're up with little ones. I know raising my 5 children, they were all about an average of 2 years apart in age. And so I spent most of my adult life in a state of sleep deprivation, and how that can affect your brain and your mood and your mental health. I mean, it's so critical. It's so key. It's so imperative. It's vital that we get proper rest. And so I'll talk about what that is, what it looks like, why it's so important, how much rest you need, when you should rest. Yep, we're going to cover all those. Number 5 is exercise. So I'm going to be talking about different forms of exercise, which ones I feel are more beneficial, most beneficial to you. I have a lot of years of experience in the fitness realm. I have been an athlete since I was a little girl and played soccer, track, tennis, basketball, you name it. I've pretty much done all of it except for like football or softball or wrestling, even some wrestling I did. And martial arts. And I also was a marathon runner for a number of years and trained for marathons and ran multiple marathons throughout the country. So yeah, I have some experience with exercise, and my daily routine right now incorporates yoga and swimming and sprinting and weightlifting. And so I'd like to talk about the importance of those. And I'm not sure why my light turned off, but so be it. I like to talk about the importance of those and how they can benefit your optimal health going forward, and why you need exercise every day. It's critical, it's imperative. You need exercise every day. Number 6 is proper diet. So proper diet, there's essential elements of a proper diet, and those are fiber, protein, and fat. Carbohydrates are not an essential part of your diet. So, you can have carbs in your diet, but they're not essential to life. Fiber, protein, and fat are. And we'll be talking about that. We'll be talking about my philosophy about food. I've been through many phases in my life regarding diets. I've been on the keto diet. I've been vegan. I've been vegetarian. I've been experimenting with food all of my life. Also, I'd like to talk about eating disorders. I experienced eating disorders in my life, mostly when I was younger, and again when I was going through a divorce and it was extremely stressful, and I resorted back to an old coping habit of restricted eating. And so I'd like to talk about eating disorders, and eating disorders are a major big deal in America. There are many overweight, obese Americans. Something like 70% of Americans now are clinically obese. That's an eating disorder, folks. That's improper, disordered eating. So we're going to talk about that. And number 7 is water. Water. What kind of water should you be drinking? When should you be drinking water? How much water should you be drinking? All of it. We'll be covering those 7 principles, laws of optimal health in my upcoming Teams meeting on November 28th at 3 p.m. Hawaii Standard Time, and I'll be putting a link to that meeting in the description in this video, so you can join us. Please feel free to reach out to me to ask any questions preemptively, and let me know if you're going to be in the class if you like. Otherwise, I'll see you on there. And this is an introduction, as I said, to my philosophy and what I offer to folks, and give you some insight, give you some value, give you some education around the 7 laws of optimal health and how you can improve your health. Again, my name is Athena Rose. I live on the Big Island of Hawaii. I'm a wellness counselor. I work primarily with women, but also work with men as well. I have a heart for working with women in particular. And I'm an herbalist. I'm an educator. I have a master's degree in education. And I am an autism specialist, and I have 5 children, 2 grandchildren. I'm 47 years old, and I'd love to help you come into balance, come into an optimal state of good health. Thank you so much for tuning into this video, and may it find you well in every way. Aloha!